Good morning, everybody. Hello. It's a wacky Wednesday. Yeah. All right. Morning, everybody. We are currently streaming live in the nature south on Actonville TV. This is the Crocodile show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. And if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details, which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen right there, or you can use the bottom column where it says live chat. Now, if you haven't done this already, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Alright, so today we're talking about messages in a bottle. I'm sure you've heard that phrase before, message in a bottle. I'm sure you've seen the movie Message in a Bottle, but if you haven't, check it out. It's quite cool. Anyway, so today we're talking about our top 10 eerie messages discovered in bottles that will actually send shivers down your spine. But before we get to that, ladies and gentlemen, this is a jam-packed show full of fun for a full hour. So interact with us in studio today as I rely on the live, chats. It's nice. It's nice to have interaction from outsiders. As it feels like I'm alone in the studio. I'm actually not, but there's a full production team. But yeah, I would like you guys to interact with us in the studio as we are talking about messages in a bottle. Have you ever sent a message in a bottle? Let's talk about that. But before we get to it, let's look at our lineup for today before we cut to commercial. We've got Wacky and Simpson coming up just to make you laugh early in the morning. Not forgetting, we are talking about messages in a bottle. We have a couple of performances for you as we showcase talent right here on Actonville TV. And not forgetting Auntie Sheila. She makes me laugh every single day. Now don't forget, we are live every single weekday, Monday through to Friday from 7 a.m. in the morning till 8 a.m. And whether you're at work or whether you're still getting done for work or college or wherever you might be, just stick with the Crocodile. We'll come back straight after this commercial break.
Look at slide 4.
Becky, don't lose your cool. Think of the quarter pounder. It will taste like sunshine on a rainy day. Oh, so make it a day, the quarter pound away. Da 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 da.
Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are currently streaming live with us in the Nature South on Actonville TV. This is the Crocodile show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. And if you want to interact with us in studio today, you know how to do this. You can use the bottom column where it says live chat, or you can use the bottom right of your screen where our WhatsApp line is. Alright, so today we're talking about message in a bottle, but before we get to it, just wait there. Let's laugh a little bit with my favorite radio presenter, Wacky Simpson. He's coming up next with Maybe the Cello Is Not For You. Check him out.
Hello?
Marley.
Yeah.
I'm Jake. I'm calling you from...
Oh, yeah. Hi, Jacob.
Cool.
Is it about my cello?
That is correct, yes.
Yeah. Because I want to give it back.
What do you mean you want to give it back?
Like, I want to have my money back.
I know you had the problem with the tuning of this.
Yeah, because there was no fine tuners, and then the strings broke, and yeah, all of that.
We find no problem with this cello. It plays fine. Let me play you a little piece.
Yeah.
Let me play you a piece. How well can you actually play the cello?
No, I'm just starting out.
Well, I think that is the problem right there.
Okay, listen. I am not a difficult person, but I've had such shocking treatment from you guys that I just decided I want my money back, and I'll get a cello from someone else. Because I'm actually a drummer. I'm just learning to play the cello now.
Maybe the cello is not for you.
What?
Maybe the cello is not for you.
Why not?
Because it's a difficult instrument.
I've already done. I was only playing for a month, and I already did one tune in one of our shows.
Maybe you are actually doing damage to this cello when you play it.
Okay, listen. Can I please put the phone down because I don't have time for this?
You say you are a drummer.
Yeah.
And we know drummers generally have a bit of a heavy hand.
Yeah, okay.
Cello is a very delicate instrument.
Yeah.
What I'm prepared to do for you, to get you out of this cello, maybe we could do a more basic instrument. We can swap it out for you.
Okay. Should I come in for that then?
Have you tried playing what might be more basic for you and easier for someone like you to learn? The triangle. Have you tried the triangle?
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me playing the triangle? I mean, it's so easy. I can play it while I'm talking to you.
Listen, I know, dude. I know.
It's easy, and I'm sure for a lady it'll be easy for you to grasp.
Yes, dude. I don't want to play the triangle with.
Well, you certainly can't play the cello because we've.
I think she's near to tears now, hey? She's got a degree in jazz and you're offering her the triangle. Brilliant. I think it's like for grade 1.
Now she gets a call from her husband.
Hallo?
Hey, Dave.
Yes, liefie. Ek dink nie iemand was ooit so vieslik met my nie, hoor.
Dude, this is disgusting, hè, ja?
Hy sê vir my, well, have you ever tried the triangle? Want
Yes.
obviously is the cello nie vir my nie.
Ja, obviously.
Hy sê vir my, you're probably doing damage to the cello.
Ek gaan nou hierdie Jaco bel, nee.
Ja, so liefie, jy kan hom maar lekker uitspreek, hoor.
Now, Mole is apparently so upset about this whole fiasco that she's not answering her phone at all, not even from her husband. So Eben drives to her school where she teaches music to hand her the phone.
Okay, I'm just going to pretend like I'm still talking to you, okay?
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, alright, man. Just, you know, you're in that case, buddy. Just hold on. Just speak to her. Just speak to her.
Yeah.
Just hold on.
Ja, ek wil nie met hom praat. Hallo?
Hello, it's Jake here. I don't appreciate your boyfriend threatening me. You know what I'm going to do?
What? How did he threaten you? Can you please explain to me that in words? Because I know my husband.
Yeah, well, he just says, he's obviously defending his wife that can't play the cello, all right? And
He's obviously defending his wife who can't play the cello.
yes, okay. You can come and collect your cello, all right?
Yeah?
But you can come and collect it in its 100 pieces because I'm going to smash this damn thing right now. Listen to this. See if you can try tune that, all right?
Okay, thanks, dude.
Do you know who's speaking?
No?
It's actually Wackhead Simpson. How you doing?
Yes, asshole. Yes, I was boiling.
You see the lens to go to finish something off. Hey?
Wackhead Simpson, everybody, interfering as always, with people on his pranks. Right here on Actonville TV. Don't go anywhere as we're talking about message in a bottle right here on Crack It Down. We'll come back straight after this commercial break.
The rich taste that says you've arrived. Uyigakar. Living a life of illusion. Leaving your finances on the rocks. In this world of Bazotina Bantu, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
As we are currently streaming live in the Nation South on Actonville TV. This is the Crack It Down show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. And if you want to interact with us this year today, please do so in the bottom column where it says live chat. If you haven't done this already, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done that already, please do it now. And if you want to drop us a WhatsApp, there's our WhatsApp line at the bottom right of your screen. Alright, we're talking about message in a bottle this morning. Now, a lot of people know about this. Well, it's also a phrase. And I mean, a message in a bottle is basically a form of communication in which a message is sealed in a container, typically a bottle, and it's released into a conveyance medium, like typically a body of water. Like, most people throw it in the river, some people throw it in the ocean, and we watch movies, so yeah. So there are, cool things about it, or should I say eerie things that have happened. And we got today Emily Murray, who's hosting the show for us and helping us present the show. So today she's coming up with the top 10 eerie messages discovered in bottles that will send shivers down your spine. Emily, take it away at number 10 with Josh Baker.
Sometimes finding little messages in places are cute, like when they say have a great day, but others are just downright scary. I'm your host Emily, and today we're counting down our list of the top 10 eerie messages discovered in bottles that will send shivers down your spine, so be prepared to be creeped out. Number 10. From the Dead. In 1995, a young troublemaker, Josh Baker, dumped a bottle of his mother's vanilla extract down the sink so he'd have something to put a handwritten note into. His note mentioned his name and his age and requested that its finder put this on the news. Josh then rode his bike over to Wisconsin's White Lake and threw the bottle into the water. Years later, Josh became a Marine and survived a tour of duty in Iraq. Tragically, he died in a car accident not long after his homecoming, leaving his loved ones devastated. Months later, Josh's friends fished something strange out of White Lake by chance, a vanilla extract bottle containing the message from 10-year-old Josh. Now, what are the chances of that? That really gives me chills. This message from beyond the grave came at just the right time to help Josh's family and friends move on. He reminds Josh's parents that their son is still with them, and I cannot imagine their reactions after they found out about this.
Messages in a bottle have been used to send distress messages. I mean, in crowdsourced scientific studies, I've actually checked out that people send a lot of messages in the ocean. Now, this is actually towards memorial tributes. I mean, you've seen the Josh Baker footage now. And a lot of people use these things to actually convey, expedition reports. It's actually quite strange. People are still using this as a communication basis to communicate. Coming in at number 9 with Emily Murray, she's got Hex in a Bottle.
Number 9. Hex in a Bottle. While strolling along the beach of Oceanside, California, Reddit user Mariah KI13 stumbled across a message in a jar that creeped her right out. The jar was full of a strange pink liquid, which when drained revealed a folded piece of paper tied with a black ribbon. Unfolding the paper, Mariah realized it was actually a washed out photo of a woman in pink, and the photo had been pierced several times with pins. Now, being witchy myself, I can tell you that this was some sort of hex or spell. Whoever did this to the bottle really hates whoever was in that photograph or who it was intended for. Now, I fear since Mariah picked it up and touched what was in it, she might get hexed or cursed as well. So here's a lesson for all of you non-witches out there. If you see something that looks like it could be a part of a hex, spell, voodoo, just anything witchy and supernatural, do not touch it. I beg you. It's for your own good. And Mariah, if you're watching this, I take away all negative energy that bottle may have brought you.
Why in God's name would you touch something that looks like voodoo-ish or weird? It's not yours, unless you're inquisitive, and you know what they say about inquisitivity, like, or curiosity, right? They say curiosity killed the cat, so don't touch it. Anyway, carrying letters or reports, messages in the bottle, actually carrying letters or reports from those believing themselves to be doomed. A lot of people use this as a communication. They think it's their last times, basically. So invitations to a prospective pen pals and letters to actual or imagined love interests have also been sent as messages in a bottle. Now, coming in at number 8, we've got long distance friendship.
Number 8. Long distance friendship. Okay, this isn't as creepy as it is sweet, but hear me out. During a Hawaiian cruise in 1979, Dorothy and Josh Peckham put notes asking finders to write them into empty champagne bottles and threw them overboard. They even included money for postage. How kind. 4 years later, the couple received a letter from a former Vietnamese soldier, Hoa Van Nguyen, who said he found their message 15 kilometers from a shore in Thailand while escaping Vietnam's communist regime. This meant the bottle had traveled 9,000 miles. The Peckhams corresponded with Hoa for years, sharing milestones like births and weddings, and they even worked with immigration to get Hoa's family to America. It's great that they were able to create this bond, and what were the chances that Hoa found the bottle when he was in a time of need? The world truly works in mysterious ways.
Of a romantic or poetic nature. Now, the use of the term message in a bottle has expanded to include the metaphorical uses or uses beyond its traditional meaning. Now, as the bottle messages actually released into oceans, the term has been applied to plagues on crafts or also launched into outer space. There's also interstellar radio messages, stationary time capsules, balloon mail, and containers storing medical information for use by emergency medical personnel. Coming in at number 7, we've got romance in a bottle.
Number 7, romance in a bottle. Again, more sweet than creepy, but the premise of this one is pretty weird, but hey, let's lean into it. If you've struggled to find a wife or girlfriend, look no further. A new method you have to try is message in a bottle. Aki Viking, a Swedish sailor who left his search for love up to fate, wrote a letter that simply said, "To someone beautiful and far away," then corked it in a bottle and tossed it overboard in the hopes that it would help him find a young woman to marry. 2 years later, Aki received a surprising reply from a Sicilian girl named Palonia. "I'm not beautiful," she wrote, "but it seems so miraculous that this little bottle traveled so far and long to reach me that I must send you an answer." Then the two became regular pen pals, and 3 years later, Aki moved to Sicily to marry her. So what I'm saying is, if you're that desperate, a message in a bottle may be the best way to find true love. Now, totally unrelated, but does anyone have an empty bottle that I could use?
Okay, with a growing awareness that bottles constitute waste that can harm the environment and marine life, right? Now, environmentalists tend to favor the biodegradable drift cards and wooden blocks. Now, as we're looking at a bit of history and its uses, well, lots of people are showing you what they do with it. Now, bottle messages may date back to about, 310 BC. So this is now in water, and current studies that actually reputed this to have been carried out by Greek philosopher Theophrastus. Now, the Japanese medieval epic, The Tale of the Hake. This record actually is a story of an exiled poet who in about 1177 AD launched a wooden plank on which he had inscribed poems describing his plight. Coming in at number 6, we've got hiking trip.
Number 6. Hiking trip. In Oakland, California, 69-year-old Larry Wright discovered a message in a rusted canister during a hiking trip to Sequoia National Park. The message had been written 40 years earlier by a teenager named Tim Taylor, who requested that anyone who found it respond. Now, it took Larry over a month to find Tim. He went through public records and visited Tim's former residence, but had little success until he reached out to a local paper called La Canada Valley Sun. The newspaper wrote about Larry's discovery, and the story eventually got back to Tim, who is now a Superior Court judge. Tim had left the message after abandoning his Boy Scout hiking troop to climb the 12,000-foot peak alone. He picked up the habit of leaving messages in bottles from his father, and I'm sure it was a shock to be tracked down from someone who found one of these messages.
Kind of interesting, yeah, as we're talking about messages and a bottle. The show is about message in a bottle. Interact with us in studio today, as we'd like to hear what you have to say and your opinions on this topic. Don't go anywhere, we'll come back straight after this commercial break.
You can do anything. All you need is determination. And a fresh pair of these nallies. But what's the point of looking like Injay game if all your money is on your feet and your dreams go up in flames? In this world of doing it for Ikram, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are still streaming with us in Malaysia South on Actonville TV. This is the Cracker Down Show with myself, Kimera and Heeralal. And if you'd like to interact with us in studio today, please do so in the bottom column where it says live chat. Or you could use our WhatsApp line on 074-660-5829. You can find it at the bottom right of the screen right now. Alright, so we're talking about messages in a bottle right now. If you look at it in the 16th century, right? Queen Elizabeth reputedly created, Queen Elizabeth I rather, actually reputedly created an official position of the uncorker of ocean bottles, they call it. Now, this is, and also she's thinking some bottles might contain secrets from the British spies or fleets. and decreed that anyone else opening the bottles could find or face the death penalty. Now, however, it has been argued that this is just a myth, okay? And in the 19th century, literary works actually such as, you guys know Edgar Allan Poe in 1833, he actually found a bottle, and Charles Dickens, 1860, A Message from the Sea. I'm sure you guys heard of this if you guys are fans of Charles Dickens and fans of Edgar. And both these books, or should I say both these stories, were inspired and enduring popular passion for sending bottled messages around. Coming in at number 5 with Emily Murray, she's showing us a delayed message in a bottle.
Number 5. Delayed message in a bottle. The current oldest message in a bottle was one of 1,020 bottles thrown into the sea between 1904 and 1906 years ago by a scientist at the Marine Biology Association in Plymouth. The message was discovered washed up on the beach in Germany by a retired postal worker, Marianne Winkler. The bottles were a part of a project to study deep sea currents and were designed to just float above the seabed. Nowadays, the association continues this research but uses technology like electronic tags. Most of the bottles from this experiment were found within months, but this one took 108 years. It's crazy that it took that long to be found, but I think they should still use bottles for this because it's just a fun idea to me, and I also wonder what the message specifically said.
Alright, so scientific experiments involving drift objects, more generally called, determinate drifters. I don't know if you heard of this before, I haven't. But the determinate drifters provide information about currents and also help researchers develop ocean circulation maps. Now, for example, experiments conducted in the mid-1700s by Benjamin Franklin and others indicated the existence and the approximate location of the Gulf Stream, which the scientific confirmation following in the mid-1800s was confirmed. Now, using a network of beachcomber informants, Rear Admiral Alexander Beecher is believed to be the first to study travel of so-called bottled papers around the Ocean J. Now, this was in the late 1800s, and Albert Einstein, or Albert I, also was part of determining that the Gulf Stream branched into the North Atlantic Drift and the Azores Current. Coming in at number 4, we've got the prison message.
Number 4. Prison message. In 2009, a letter written in 1944 by 7 Jewish prisoners were unearthed by a Polish construction crew. Workmen were renovating a cellar near a former German concentration camp site when they discovered the note rolled up and hidden in a bottle in a concrete wall. The note was written on a small paper scrap from the cement bag and contained the names, camp numbers, and hometowns of the prisoners, all of whom were aged between 18 and 20. The note was verified by historians who suggested the young prisoners simply wanted to leave some record of their existence behind. Now, this is incredibly sad to me, and the way that this information was laid out, I think it's safe to say that these men died in the prison camp, which is just horrible. This message is now a part of public exhibition as a reminder of what Jewish and other individuals went through during World War II.
Well, the US Coast and Geodetic Survey used bottles drift bottles from 1846 to 1966, which is actually quite cool. And I mean, more recently, technologies involving satellite tags and fixed current profilers and satellite communication have actually permitted more efficient analysis of the ocean currents. Now, at any given time, thousands of modern drifters transmit current positions, temperature, velocity, etc. to satellites, and thus avoiding conventional drift bottles' dependence on serendipitous of finds and cooperation and consciousness to citizens. Coming in at number 3, rescued from pirates.
Number 3. Rescued from pirates. In 2011, a crew from a hijacked Italian cargo boat was saved by passing British commandos after sending their rescuers a message in a bottle. The crew, 7 Italians, 6 Ukrainians, and 10 Indians, had locked themselves inside an armored area of the vessel when the pirates boarded the ship, said Italian Defense Minister Ignazio La Rosa. Safe from the pirates' threats, the crew continued to navigate the ship. Now, the criminals managed to cut off all means of communication, but the prisoners tossed a bottle bottle with a message through a porthole explaining the situation. Rubber boats with British Marine commandos on board circled the boat while a helicopter hovered above. The pirates surrendered right away, some throwing their weapons into the sea, and were arrested. 2 NATO ships arrived and Special Forces officers stormed the ship and freed them. The crew members were obviously shaken up, but were unharmed except from one cut hand. The pirates were arrested and the message in the bottle received a Medal of Valor. Now this sounds something right out of a movie, which is so cool to me. I'm glad the message worked though and everyone was found safe, and whoever thought of that idea on board is a genius and most likely saved everyone's life who was on board the boat.
Drift bottle studies have provided a simple way to learn about non-tidal movement of waters containing eggs and larvae of commercially important fishes. Now, for sharing among fisheries, scientists and oceanographers, such as experiments simulate the travel of pollutants, such as oil spills, and study formation of ocean they call it garbage patches, and they actually suggest travel paths of invasive species. Coming in at number 2, a goodbye from the Titanic.
Number 2. Goodbye from the Titanic. RMS Titanic was a British passenger liner operated by the White Star Line, which sank in the North Atlantic Ocean on April 15, 1912, after striking an iceberg during her maiden voyage from Southampton, England to New York City, United States. Of the estimated 2,224 passengers and crew aboard, more than 1,500 people died, making it the deadliest sinking of a single ship at the time. Safe to say, it was a horrible event and scarred a lot of people. Now, with people on board saying their last goodbyes, a third-class Irish passenger named Jeremiah Burke was traveling to America when the ship went down. 13 months later, a man found a bottle on the beach just miles from the deceased Irishman's hometown. The bottle was recognized as a small bottle of holy water given to the young man by his mother prior to his departure. The note inside simply read, "From Titanic, goodbye all, Burke of Glanmire, Cork." He had used his own bootlace to tie the message, and it had miraculously traveled thousands of miles to reach the shores of his home. Now that is just insane that it landed right there, but it was meant to be. It sounds like his mother got somewhat of a proper goodbye, and I'm sure that note made all the difference. Coming in at number 1 is A Soldier's Last Goodbye. In 1999, a fisherman in England found a bottle containing a letter to a World War I soldier's wife, written as he was heading off to the front. The letter said, "Dear wife, I am writing this note on this boat and dropping it into the sea just to see if it will reach you. If it does, sign this envelope on the right-hand bottom corner where it says recipient. Put the date and hour of recipient and your name where it says signature and look after it well. Ta-ta, sweet. For the present, your hubby." Also attached was a covering note intended for the finder of the bottle. "Sir or madam, youth or maid, would you kindly forward the enclosed letter and earn the blessing of a poor British soldier on his way to the front this 9th day of September 1914. Signed Private T. Hughes, 2nd Durham Light Infantry, 3rd Army Corps Expeditionary Force." Now this is so sweet, but the soldier tragically died in battle 2 days after the letter was thrown to sea, and his wife was never able to receive it. His wife and 2-year-old daughter eventually made their way to New Zealand, and it wasn't until fisherman Steve Gowan caught the bottle in 1999 that the message resurfaced. Traveling to New Zealand, Steve managed to deliver the heartfelt message to the soldier's daughter, Emily Crowhurst. Well, that's all for our list of the top 10 eerie messages discovered in bottles that will send shivers down your spine. Have you ever put a message in a bottle, or better yet, found a message in a bottle? I haven't, but I think I should because it sounds so cool. Let us know in the comments down below, and hey, why not like and subscribe while you're down there? I'm your host Emily, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace. Peace, Emily. Thank you so much for giving us the top 10 eerie messages discovered in bottles that will send shivers down your spine. You send me shivers down my spine. It was just really interesting to learn. Alright, we had Rough Copy actually come in and tell us that our sound is cutting off. Honey, I think your signal is very bad, as we do have somebody who watches the stream for us outside of the studio to let us know if everything's running smoothly. But thank you. I'd like to give you a big thanks for actually helping us and assisting us and telling us that the sound was off on your side. Thank you. Alright, before we go take a break, just a quick I'll catch up on what you are about to expect. So don't go anywhere, don't switch off your phone or your TV or whatever you're watching on. We're gonna have a bit of, entertainment, as it is Wacky Wednesday. So just a couple of songs and entertainment for you to keep warm wherever you might be. Don't go anywhere, we'll come back straight after this commercial break.
The ultimate accessory, the latest shiny thing, mesmerized. Trying to keep up, but never getting ahead in an endless cycle of spending. In this world of constant upgrades, do you want a bank that takes your money, or a bank that takes your money seriously?
I share that every day. Alright, if you just joined us, welcome. And you are watching at the Crackerdown Show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. If you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details at the bottom, where it says live chat. Or you could use our WhatsApp line, which you can find at the bottom right of your screen, 074-660-5829. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so interact with us in studio today. If you are celebrating your birthday today, well, shout out to you. Happy birthday. May you see many, many more. If you are celebrating an anniversary, congratulations! Alright, so if you are doing anything special today, you can use our platform just to wish your loved ones well, and yeah, enjoy it. Alright, so as promised, and as we always tell you guys, we're all about showcasing talent and talent that you've never heard of or seen of before. So we try to uplift those who are not managing to uplift themselves. So this morning, everybody knows Kenny Rogers, The Gambler track. Oh yeah! Today it's being covered by Banks. Well, is it called Banks Band? They are from the Solomon Islands. Check them out.
City, not the time of the county when the deal is done. 'Cause you got to know when to hold it, know when to fold it, I know when to walk away, I know when to run. 'Cause you never count your money. I want to sitting at the table. There'll be time enough to count it when the deal is done.
The Bianx band are all the way in the Solomon Islands performing for you today. Kenny Rogers, The Gambler. So I hope you guys enjoy that one. Now, if you've got talent just like they do and you've got a smartphone, please capture it and drop us a WhatsApp on 074-660-5829. There's a number right there at the bottom right of the screen. Or because we are streaming live, you can, well, chat with us in the bottom column where it says live chat. You can even drop us a message after the live show. It's fine, and we'll guide you through how to submit your content to us right here on Atomville TV. Lots more coming up straight after this commercial break. Everybody, if you just joined us, you are currently streaming with us in Lenasia South on Atomville TV. This is the Crack It Down Show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. And if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so in the bottom column where it says live chat. If you haven't done this already and you don't see the live chat column, please subscribe to this channel. It will help. And if you missed the show, we weren't talking about message in a bottle, but if you want to backtrack it, you can either rewind while we're live, or you could just, well, click on the link and watch it a bit later. Alright, so as we are enjoying ourselves this morning and enjoying the entertainment, coming up next, as we promised you, live entertainment. And well, as we want to keep you warm on this Wednesday, we're warming up. We're gonna do, you know that song called Sweet But Psycho by Ava Max. Everybody knows this track, right? Now, today it's been covered by First to 11 all the way from Canada. Check them out.
Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, I'm on my mind, my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, select but she's right though. At night she's screaming, I'm on my mind, my mind. She'll make you curse, she a blessing. She'll rip your shirt within a second. You'll be coming back for seconds. With your pain, you just can't help but know. You play along, let it lead you on. You're saying no, then saying yes, yes, yes. She messing with your head. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, I'm on my mind, my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. At night she's screaming, I'm on my mind, my mind. Got a cop, girl, kinda crazy. She's poison but tasty. People say run, don't walk away, 'cause she's sweet but a psycho, little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, I'm on my mind, my mind. So someone said, don't drink a potion. She'll kiss your neck with no emotion. When she's mean, you know you love it. She tastes so sweet, don't sugarcoat it, no. You play along, let her lead you on. You're saying no, then saying yes, yes, yes. 'Cause she messing with your head. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, I'm on my mind, my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so let left, but she's right though. At night she's screaming, I'm out my mind, my mind. Grab a cop, gun kinda crazy. She's poison but tasty. People say run, no walk away. 'Cause she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, I'm out my mind, my mind. You're just like me, you're out your mind. I know it's strange, we're both the crazy kind. You're telling me that I'm insane, boy, don't pretend that you don't love the pain. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, I'm out my mind, my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. At night she's screaming, I'm out my mind, my mind. Grab a cop, gun kinda crazy. She's poison but tasty. People say run, don't walk away. 'Cause she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, I'm out my mind, my mind.
SG11 all the way in Canada performing for us Sweet But Psycho by Evermax. You know, that was a beautiful track, and I love this new band that we found. I think we'll be showcasing them every single day. It's gonna be fun, and I love the music that they're covering, so yay, win-win for everybody. Don't go anywhere as we're gonna talk about everything that's fun to do in Johannesburg when you're living on a budget. Don't forget, we always do that. And not forgetting, towards the end of the show, we've got Auntie Sheila as well. Not forgetting the fun facts in our lives. Welcome back straight after this.
I put a spell on you. Because you're mine. Oh, because you're mine. Because you're
Everybody, if you just joined us, you are currently streaming live with us in Lenasia South on Attenborough TV. I'm your host, Kimera, Heeralal on the Crack It On show. And if you want to interact with us in studio today, you can do so with the contact details that you find at the bottom right of the screen, or you could use the bottom column where it says live chat. Alright, so as promised, well, I found another cool thing to do. Not on a day like this though, it's quite cold. But there's the things to do in Joburg under $200, which I'm going to share with you every single day. I'm going to share with you a new thing to do, especially if you're living on a budget or you're actually trying to save, but you still want to show your loved ones that you care. There's something called city sightseeing on the Johannesburg bus. It's quite cool. It looks like a party bus to me, but yeah. It's called a hop on off bus. So basically, the hop on off bus is a great way to see the highlights of Johannesburg. If you are visiting the city for the first time, it's quite fun. And however, if you have stayed here before all your life, you can see Joburg from a different perspective and actually learn things about the city that you never ever knew before. So this bus will take you to the main attractions in Johannesburg, included, well, many of those that were listed in my list. You can also go see the Soweto extension, which I actually highly recommend. Now, if you want to have fun under $200, you can go on the website, go on the internet, and you can check out City Sightseeing Johannesburg bus under $200. The price varies on what you would like on the bus. So different foods, different tours, so different price. Whether you're adults, kids, pensioners, prices will vary. But hey, that sounds pretty cool. Alright, so as always, I want to laugh, I want to have a good time. This show is called The Crackdown. Coming up next to make you laugh and smile, Auntie Sheila. She's talking about Danya prices, or in English, your mint prices. You know when you eat mint? Right. Here's Auntie Sheila coming up next.
Hello, babies. Hey, so today I went to a Bada vegetable store. Now I saw Danya, right? Oh, I took the Danya to fight by the uncle. I'm saying, hey, why Danya so expensive? What, like this man? It's just leaves. Oh, you is saying everywhere Danya price is gone. I said, this price for for our pride and joy. I mean, you ask any Indian ayah, after we make that chicken curry, after we make that crab curry, after we make the boti curry, after we make that tortoise curry, after we make the aktale curry, what we like to do, our pride and joy, like just like how we put that lipstick and that rouge, the final touch, we put our dhania over our curry, yeah? And then like this, I said, not enough. We petrol price, load shedding, everything. Now dhania is gone so expensive. Poor man. What like this? Now I must now put something and plant the dhania outside my yard because I can't afford dhania like this. Dhania is more than a Kruger coin now, man. Hey, Chick Tarika, what they robbing us like this? Say.
Live right here on Actonville TV, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Now we're coming to that part where we're going to be talking about our fun facts. Don't go anywhere. Stick around. Fun facts coming up after this commercial break though. Welcome back, guys. If you just joined us, we are currently streaming live in Malaysia South on Actonville TV. This is the Crack It Down Show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. If you want to interact with us, please do that. Yeah, it's a vibe chat. Alright, so you joined us at this part of the show. It's coming towards the end of the show, and we are talking about our fun facts. Here's a fun fact for you. Okay, human teeth are the only part of the body that cannot heal themselves. Ha ha. I had a toothache this weekend, so yeah, I kind of know. Anyway, teeth are coated in enamel, which is not actually a living tissue, so it cannot heal itself. Yeah. Another fun fact: it's illegal to own just one guinea pig in Switzerland. It's actually considered animal abuse because they're social beings and they actually get lonely, so it's illegal. For those of you who didn't know. Alright, here's another one. The ancient Romans used to drop a piece of toast into their wine for good health. Hence why we raise a toast. If you didn't know. Okay, so here's another one. The heart of a shrimp is located in its head. You know they say, think with your head, not your heart. I wonder how they do it. Alright, here's another one. Annie Fowler was only 7 years old when Rachel McAdams, when she took on the role of Cool Mom in Mean Girls. Ooh, yeah. 7. Okay. Anyway, another fun fact. So people are more creative in the shower. Oh, I can vouch for that. Okay, so like when I'm in the shower, that is the only time you actually allow your brain to have some peace and quiet, and then you'll notice your thoughts tend to run while you're in the shower. Hence will take longer. So yeah, I can vouch for that one. Okay, here's another fun fact. Baby rabbits are called kits. How cute. Kits. Kits. Another fun fact, the unicorn is the national animal of Scotland. Not just your fantasies. Another fun fact, the first aeroplane flew on December 17th, 1903. Do you know your history? Another fun fact, Venus is the only planet to spin clockwise. Yeah. Another fun fact, nutmeg. Ooh, I love a good nutmeg. Nutmeg is an actual hallucinogen. If you didn't know what that means, the spice that contains, well, you know, those chemicals and a natural compound that is basically mind altering. So nutmeg is actually no good. Depends how it alters your mind though. But anyway. And last but not least, a 73-year-old bottle of French Burgundy became the most expensive bottle of wine ever sold at an auction in 2018 for going about $558 million. Wow. That's actually a nice fun fact. Alright guys, that's all the time for today, folks. We've done our fun facts. We had fun with Auntie Sheila. We're all about sharing your entertainment and your talents. And not forgetting today's topic, which was about messages in a bottle. Have you ever sent a message in a bottle? Comment at the bottom of the screen. Even if it's well, the show's over, you can leave your comments. You can like this channel. Please share it with other people, as we want our numbers to grow. We like the support. It's really nice. Alright, so tomorrow we're gonna do this again. Same time, same place. Don't forget, Wackett Simpson opens the show every day before you go to work, or when you get to work, or when you're leaving work. Doesn't matter, we go live at 7 a.m. in the morning, South African time. And yeah, let's do this again tomorrow, same time, same place, 7 a.m. sharp. Don't be late. From myself, Kimera, Heeralal, have a blessed day. Bye-bye for now.